Forever, my favorite anecdote about Bill Clinton is that after the Monica Lewinsky scandal, Hillary Clinton spent 8 months cold shouldering him, not talking to him, and broke that silence to encourage him as his as Secretary of State to bomb Serbia and bring an end to the persecution of the ethnic Albanians. That's what she was willing to reach out again for. And she was right. Iconic. Yeah, a good wife guy move. And he did it. He did it for his relationship. He did it for the Albanians. He did it for Kosovo. And they still have a statue of him to this day in Kosovo. Yeah, sorry, she wasn't Secretary of State at the time. I blanked and mixed up time. She was First Lady.
After the last 2 days,
still, yeah.
Aren't you proud to be a Democrat? And I am very grateful to the Republicans and independents that have joined us, have been up here on the stage.
Damn, his voice is gone. He always sounded
like this. And I hope they feel better about it now. Because I've seen all these things that even I have to be reminded of from time to time when I get my spirits down. I love seeing the Obamas here. I love seeing President Biden. And I thought Hillary gave a great speech, too. And,
we love our wife, guys.
But I love seeing all these young leaders. A bunch of them are coming up after me. They look better, they sound better, and they'll be exciting. I do want to say one word about President Biden. Remember, he had an improbable turn that made him
good
president.
Delivery.
And we were in the middle of a pandemic and an economic crash. He healed our sick and put the rest of us back to work. And he strengthened our alliances for peace and security. He stood up for Ukraine. He's trying desperately to get a ceasefire in the Middle East. And then he did something that's really hard for a politician to do. He voluntarily gave up political power. And George Washington knew that, and he did it. And he set the standard for us serving 2 terms before it was mandatory. It helped his legacy. And it will enhance Joe Biden's legacy. And it's a stark contrast to what goes on in the other party. So I want to thank him for his courage, compassion, his class, his service, his sacrifice. Joe Biden.
We do hate him here. Do remember that.
Thank you. And he kept the faith, and he's infected a lot of the rest of us. Now let's cut to the chase. I am too old to gild the lily. 2 days ago, I turned 78, the oldest man in my family of 4 generations.
Younger than Biden.
And the only personal vanity I want to assert is I'm still younger than Donald Trump.
Yeah, Joe Biden stepping down means you get to attack Donald Trump for being old now. Thank God.
Last night, in what I thought was a very moving series of episodes, we nominated Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. And just think about that.
What's with them and
Two
quoting St.
leaders
Paul every time he kept the faith?
With
I don't know, but
all
Bill Clinton
American,
is known
but
to be
still
black.
improbable life stories. It could only happen here. Their careers, after all, started in community courtrooms and classrooms. Two leaders who spent a lifetime getting the good job done. Now, one of the things that I've noticed over my increasingly long life is that a presidential election is unique in several ways. First of all, it's the greatest job interview for the greatest job in the world. Secondly, the Constitution says we, the people, get to do the hiring.
Wow.
And the third
The president
thing
is an elected official?
that every 4 years we get to change the requirements for the job. So here's what I'm thinking, because I try to apply this in every election. Will this president take us backward or forward? Will this president give our kids a brighter future? Depends. Will this president bring us together or tear us apart? Will the president increase the peace, security, and stability and freedom that we enjoy and extend it to others as we can? We, the people, we have to make a decision about these kind of questions. And every 4 years, it's a little different because the people come at the candidates, and they say, as they're saying now, here are our problems, solve them.
Remember, this guy's younger than
Here are
Biden.
our opportunities, seize them.
Remember the bullet we dodged,
Here are our fears,
the nuke we dodged.
ease them. Here are our dreams, help them come
The nuke
true.
we parried.
A president can answer that call by saying, I'll do my part, but you have to help me. We have to work together. Or you can dodge what needs to be done by dividing, distracting, and diverting us. So in 2024, we got a pretty clear choice, it seems to me. Kamala Harris for the people.
This man personally ruined late-night talk shows for a generation. Lewinsky was all the TV talked about for like 10 years. Yeah, in case you ever want to, I feel like if you went back long enough, like even just to the 90s, the position of the average liberal when it comes to like, I don't know, especially gender politics, it would be to the right of what Republicans are doing today. Holy shit. Like, even up until relatively recently, no one talked about anything but Monica Lewinsky. Monica Lewinsky sucks dick. Monica Lewinsky sucks dick. Like, it was the funniest thing in the world. It was genuinely like mass psychosis. You know, it was insane. Monica Lewinsky is actually pretty darn cool. You know, she talks about this stuff a lot.
The other guy who's proved even more than the first go-around that he's about me, myself, and I. I know which one I like better for our country. Kamala Harris will work to solve our problems, seize our opportunities, ease our fears, and make sure every single American, however they vote, has a chance to chase their dreams. You know, when she was young, she worked at McDonald's. And she greeted every person with that 1,000-watt smile and said, "How can I help you?" Now she's at the pinnacle of power, and she's still asking, "How can I help you?" I'll be so happy when she actually enters the White House as president, because she will break my record as the president who spent the most time at McDonald's.
We finally got there, folks.
Now, but we got an election to win. And remember, we've got a guy that's pretty good at what he does. Donald Trump has been a paragon of consistency. He's still dividing, he's still blaming, he's still belittling other people. He creates chaos, and then he sort of curates it as if it were precious art. Let me say, not a single day goes by, even though I've been gone for well over 23 years from the White House, not a day goes by that I don't thank the Lord for the chance I had to serve and what it meant. And one of the reasons...
I'm sorry I'm not talking much. He's not giving me much to work with here. You know, we don't like Bill Clinton. He's just kind of warbling right now. I don't know. He's not politically relevant anymore. Unlike Hillary Clinton, he doesn't, like, actively engage. He's just sort of yapping. So, okay. I mean...
Thank you.
He's like a monster and a pedophile. But he did bomb Serbia, so is he good or bad? No one can really say.
One of the reasons I love the job so much is that in the toughest times, even on the darkest days, if you tried hard enough, there was always something good you could do for somebody else. Now, some days that's not easy to do. You've got to deal with all these emergencies, or
he used to be quite
there's something
charismatic.
going on here, there, or yonder, but Kamala Harris is the only candidate in this race who has the vision, the experience, the temperament, the will, and yes, the sheer joy to get something done. I mean, look, what does her opponent do with his voice? He mostly talks about himself. Right? So the next time you hear him, don't count the lies. Count the eyes. Count the eyes.
He's an ancient Jesus.
His
and still younger
vendettas,
than
his vengeance, his complaints, his conspiracies. He's like one of those tenors opening up before he walks out on stage, like I did, trying to get his lungs open by singing me, 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 me. When Kamala Harris is president, every day will begin with you, 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 you. So, we got to ask ourselves the questions if we're going to hire a president. Do you want to build a strong economy from the bottom up and the middle out? Or do you want to spend the next 4 years talking about crowd size? You're going to have a hard time believing this, but so help me, I triple-checked it. Since the end of the Cold War in 1989, America has created about 51 million new jobs. I swear I checked this 3 times.
This is crazy boring for a...
What's the...
Do you care? This is crazy boring for like a former president's... I'm sorry, I'm trying to like... I'm half here, I have a headache, you know, I'm waiting for like a hook, you know, like is there anything that's going to be said that I could go like, you know, here's some information, here's a perspective, here's an argument. And it's like, yeah. Robot clapping. You're not human.
I'm glad that we've got a championship winning coach on our team.
Jesus, man. That's what I'm waiting for. Tim Walz accepts his vice presidential nomination today or tonight. So that's the main thing that I'm kicking for, you know? I didn't know he'd be this damn boring. He used to have some charisma. If you want something remotely interesting, a Twitter space from the uncommitted national movement.
You know I was at the protest yesterday, right? I was at the protest 1 day ago, brother. Wait, I'm sorry, what did you say? Get out of here? You think I'm your fucking enemy? You think I am against Palestinian emancipation? Honestly, get the fuck out of here. Child. What do you mean, honestly, no? Why are you chirping at me then?
Don't call me a fucking child.
Because you're being a fucking child. Be an adult. Think clearly. Dumbass. Oh, he does. And I agree with him. And I agree with him. So why the f is he yelling at me? Hey, what's up?
See the importance of a cropped shirt, guys? See? You're sort of maintaining a classical proportion and the rule of thirds. Notice how this is cropped here at the waist?
Hey, what's up? Sure.
I appreciate you staying on topic. Yeah. I mean, it's just one person like yelling at Hassan. You know, it happens. I can't go to any of these public events, man. Do you have any idea how many people would try to kill me if I should? I go to like an uncommitted move. I'm supportive of Palestine. I raised $250,000 for PCRF. I'm fully in support of that. You know, I'd get, yeah. They'd get my ass. Well, I don't think they'd get my ass, but they definitely called me mean things, you know? Me arriving at the uncommitted protest with a propane tank strapped to my chest.
I mean, President Obama once gave me the great honor of saying I was the explainer-in-chief. Folks, I've thought and thought about it, and I don't know what to say.
You should make that cropped shirt bit a YouTube short. It's important. No one understands it, and they make all these shirts too long because they hate you and they want you to be ugly, you know? I got an Ironheart tee recently, and look, it's cropped, see? Without any shenanigans. The shirt falls like an inch below my my hips, which is like a good crop point, see? And it looks good.
I want that. And that's the America Kamala Harris will lead.
MySpace angle? It's a picture I took.
And
is that really you? Yeah?
she's already made her first presidential decision, and she knocked it out of the park.
A cropped shirt can expose the belly, though? Well, then don't crop it that short. Like, don't crop it to the belly, you know, crop it to the hip line.
As they used to say when I was a young man growing up in Arkansas, you do not have to be all broke out with brilliance. You just look at Tim Walz,
100% cotton tee with scissors? Well, yeah, obviously you can cut it. It's your choice to. You're not going to have like a proper hem, but that can be okay. Kind of depends on the material. Dude, he's so boring. And he skipped left. Oh God, he keeps going for like multiple more minutes. Holy shit, dude.
He became a great governor. And By all accounts, he was a crack shot who had the courage among his rural constituents to say we do not need these assault weapons available to people who can kill our kids in school. So, armed with her first decision, Kamala Harris confronts an interesting dilemma. We're going to walk out of here feeling pretty good, I think. We've got energy, we are happy, we feel like a load's off our shoulders. And we know we're just being asked to fight the same fight.
All right, I'm going to try it.
That's a and happy. Triggering doubt. Lord, I'm getting old. But here's what I want you. We're
caught up.
We need Kamala Harris, the president of joy, to lead us.
I mean, I get it. He was a two-term former president, but also he's boring.
I'll be doing my part. You do yours. I'll see you when we're making a real joyful noise when the votes are counted.
Carmelo.
God bless you. And God bless America.
Oh. Yay! Behold, the reason why Democrats can't attack Donald Trump for being a friend of Jeffrey Epstein. Thanks for bombing Serbia. Yeah, thank you for bombing Serbia. Okay. Okay.